What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Week 16 Monkey Knife Fight Fantasy Challenge, brought to you by RotoGrinders. We've been doing this throughout the course of the season. I think we've had 3 of them so far. Week 4, Week 8, Week 12. It's not too late to get in here. Don't worry, but you might be out of the place for the top prize. I'm not even sure, but there's still prizes every single week. Done pretty well. Gotten top 10 each of the 3 weeks. So I'm still in the running for the top overall prize. If you don't know what this is or you haven't signed up for Monkey Knife Fight yet, make bad life choices. Sign up using the promo code GRINDERS. Get a free 100% deposit match up to $100 using the promo code GRINDERS. Just do it. Get in there. And then if you want to join this competition, get a little extra free money. You don't have to do any research. Just watch me put in the picks I want to put in. You can put anywhere from 1 or all of them in, or even extra ones. I'll give you the entire way to win this competition by putting in as many different combos as you can from as many different games. But you have to go to the site. Link will be in the description, comment section, whatever it is on wherever you're looking at this. Just click on it, go here, put in your email, and boom, press submit. You're in the challenge, automatically entered. And again, if you haven't signed up, use the promo code GRINDERS, get free money. But this is essentially what it is we're going to be doing fantasy challenges. We've already done it for the first 3 weeks of the competition, which are 4, 8, and 12. Like I said, week 16, last one, $250 to first for this weekly prizes, plus a free month of RG Premium and a nice little RG t-shirt. They're very nice. They're very soft. They're very, very, very comfy, cozy. Second place, third place, $100 in Monkey Knife Fight dollars. Fourth and fifth, 50, so on and so forth, as you can see on the screen. And we're coming close down to the end. I think I'm in probably the top 3 right now. And if anyone's been following me, they're also in the top 3. But we have end of season prizes, $2,000 in Monkey Knife Fight dollars, plus RG Premium NBA Season Pass, $300 value, and an RG t-shirt. Second place, $1,000. So big money prizes, and all you have to do is just put a $2 entry in here. So we're just going ahead, get started here. Gave you guys the background. We're going to be going every single game. I'm not sure if the Saturday game is going to be included, but you know what? I'm going to throw one in anyways, because why not? Fun stuff. We go to the fantasy challenge here after clicking on the game, and you pick 3 players. So what you want to do is get the top scoring lineup, 3-person lineup on the entire slate. That's what you need to do in order to get first. So we're going to get started here. Jonathan Taylor, absolute key piece in this Arizona versus Indy game. He's the one guy you have to have. After that, it's a little bit more dicey. We got Edmonds, we got Connor, we got Pittman, we got Kirk, we got Green, we got Ertz. All of these guys are viable. My favorite ones are probably going to end up being Connor and I think Kirk. I'm not going to argue with AJ Green. I'm not going to argue with any of those guys I said. This, I think, gives you the best combination. If you want to throw in multiple ones, you can. I'm going with this one. Boom, submit, throwing real money on it. $2, boom, close. Go to the next game here. We got the Giants going up against the Eagles. Trash game. I probably shouldn't put one in for this, but sometimes I like to party. So I'm going Miles Sanders if he ends up playing. If not, then I think I just get refunded. Dallas Goedert, who's been crushing it recently, putting up pretty decent point outings each of the last 2 weeks, and seems to be in a pretty good spot right now. And then, I mean, who knows who's going to play? Like, I kind of hate everyone on the other side, so I'm just going Barkley. It's the easy one. Who knows if he even plays? This is probably throwing money away from here. Oh, I meant to do fantasy challenge. That was the other one. So throwing these guys in, boom, 2x, $2, and I'm entered for that lineup. So moving on to the next one, should be a more interesting game than that because that one was absolute garbage. There's a good one here. We got Tampa Bay going up against Carolina. And as of right now, whole lot of injury news to watch. What we know is that Fournette is for sure out. Godwin is for sure out. So Ronald Jones, an intriguing option. Antonio Brown, intriguing option. Gronk, Evans. DJ Moore might not end up playing. So I think the top overall option is either Chuba or Robbie Anderson. I'm going Robbie Anderson. And I think I'm going Mike Evans. I'm, again, not going to argue with Gronk, Antonio Brown. Like, I think Ronald Jones is the lock and load, and then it's one of these other guys, although I wouldn't mind Antonio Brown and Evans. There's the chance that Brady just ends up slinging it this entire game. Not a terribly easy matchup from a defensive standpoint, but Brady's been throwing it so much this season. And again, this is more interesting than the last one. Still not one of the best ones. As you can see, the goal's only at 54.5 for your fantasy points, meaning they have to get 54.5 points. But this is my favorite one. I'm locking it in. Boom. Moving on to the next one here. Next one we got is Buffalo at the Patriots here. It doesn't look like we have all the games up there today. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, don't have a ton of them up there today because COVID. It's a real pain. Not great for fantasy, not great for the world, but that's not what we're talking about. The Buffalo game. So number one guy you want in here is Stephon Diggs. After that, it gets a little bit more dicey. Currently, Beasley is on the COVID protocols, most likely not going to play, or I think he's already been ruled out. So you have to figure out who you want to go with afterwards. I'm going Stevens over Harris. Chance that either one of them may end up not playing. So this is a tough one here. I'm going to go Stevenson. You can go Harris. If Harris gets ruled out, definitely go Stevenson. If Stevenson gets ruled out, definitely go Harris. You don't have to lock these in right now. You can lock these in later on in the week, but this is what I'm going for right now. And then the third piece, I'm going Jacoby Myers. Bourne is not playing. I think Myers is going to get a ton of volume, but I would not argue with Gabriel Davis or Emmanuel Sanders. So I'm throwing this in, locking it in. Another low one at 47.5. There's only a 43-point total in this game, so I'm not surprised. Boom, we're locking it in. X that out. New game. Football. Boom. Again, not all the games are up here, but this one, I'm going to end up throwing multiple ones in. This is the one that matters here. Automatically go Cooper Kupp, and then it's Jefferson, Madison, Thielen, Odell, Henderson, Van Jefferson. All these guys are viable. So I'm just going to start making. This one's going to be Kupp, Jefferson, and we'll go Beckham. Kupp and Jefferson, again, two main ones that you absolutely want in there. This is going to be fireworks. This is going to be a bananas game here. Throwing those guys in, going right back to the game, throwing another one in. Where you at? Fantasy challenge. Boom. Again, Jefferson, Kupp, Thielen. Hopefully Thielen plays. If he does, could be a big one. Boom. Throwing that in. Next one. Going there again. Full game. Boom. Fantasy challenge. Jefferson, Kupp, and where are you at? Madison. Boom. Cook, I believe, has COVID right now, so he's out. That, I think, is going to be the winning one on the entire week. That is by far my favorite one right there. If you only throw one in, that's the one you want to do, because even though it might be a little chalky, it doesn't matter. It's a good one. Then who else do I want to throw in here? I'm going to throw in Henderson in one. Oh, that's not fantasy challenge. That was why it looked a little bit different. There we go. Boom, Henderson. And you can go one more if you want with Van Jefferson, but I'm just going to stick with this. Just giving you the tools to make money here. So don't worry about that. Again, if you haven't signed up, use promo code Grinders. I have to repeat that many times because, I'm a company man. Next one, we got the Bears going up against the Seahawks. This one's tough. If Collins ends up playing, that changes some things. I believe that, is Lockett not on here? Is Lockett? He should be back. Lockett is not currently available. So check back later on the week. I think Lockett should end up playing. For this one, it's Penny, Montgomery, or Metcalf, or it's Collins, Montgomery, and Metcalf. I still like Penny better. Or you can go Montgomery, Metcalf, and Mooney. I think all those guys are viable. Any combination of which, I'm just going with this. Again, fantasy challenge. Fudged up again. Hey, they always get me there. But I'm going with these three guys. Allen Robinson has been terrible this season. I know I've thought about it, but I'm not doing that. Boom. We got that one in. On to the next one here. We got Denver versus the Raiders. Another interesting one with a lot of injury news that we need to pay attention to because Jacobs is currently banged up. I expect him to play. Waller is the guy that I don't know if he's going to play. If Waller ends up playing, you probably play Waller, although he's been gone for several weeks. I expect if they're going to bring him back, he's fully healthy. One guy I definitely want is Javonte Williams. I'm going Renfro and Jacobs. I don't think Waller ends up playing here. It's early on in the week. But another thing to keep in mind is Williams, I believe, is currently questionable. Melvin Gordon is, I think, limited in practice. Who knows? I don't know if the Thursday injury reports have come out yet. But this is my favorite one by far. Like, if Waller ends up playing, Renfro has been crushing it, putting up like 20 fantasy points a week. Jacobs has multi-touchdown upside. I know it's a tough matchup going up against Denver. With Locke starting, I don't really have a huge grasp on who he's going to end up throwing it to a lot. Don't have a massive sample size with him. You have Judy, you have Sutton, you have Patrick. Any one of these guys can go out for a pretty massive game. So as of right now, I'm sticking with 2 Raiders here, 1 Bronco. But if you want to go with Gordon instead of Williams, that's fine. If you want to go instead of Jacobs, one of the pass catchers. But the one guy that I really want in there is Renfro, assuming that Waller is out. That's the one guy I need in there. And Javonte Williams or Melvin Gordon should be in on the other side because they love to run the ball there. So I'm throwing that one in. Boom, submit. I'm in. I might end up throwing some more later on to the week just because I get bored sometimes. And it's fun. Last one, we got the Monday Night Football game. Hot garbage. Taysom Hill has COVID. I think he's pretty much not going to play, which means Kamara, absolute smash spot here. Waddle, I can't remember the news on him, but he should end up playing. After that, it becomes so gosh darn tough. Gesicki's not bad. Like we saw Duke Johnson randomly go off for a massive game last week. I think they go back to Gaskins, but I have no idea. I'm going to throw one of these in with Waddle, Kamara for sure, and with Gaskin. And then just because I don't trust the Dolphins, I'm going to throw one more in with Waddle, Kamara, and with Duke Johnson. Been waiting for him to blow up pretty much his entire career. Finally happened the 1 week where I go way overweight on Gaskins, and it did not turn out well. But, you know, that's fantasy sports. It happens sometimes. Boom, throwing that in and submit. We're done here. That is it. Other games that you could potentially end up opening up later on in the week. Let me look and see what we have on board. I already did the morning grind. So Cleveland, I still don't know who's back, but that one, Cleveland versus Green Bay, that's simple. That's Chubb, that's Adams, and probably Dillon would be the guys I'd go with. Chargers versus Houston. Eckler is currently projected to miss because of COVID, but we don't know that news yet. So I'm guessing that's why it's not on the board so far. Cooks is also out on the other side, so it makes it really tough. I think you stay away from that, but if you want, you could do Justin Jackson, Keenan Allen, and then bring it back with Nico Collins, but that's not really a great game. We got the Ravens versus Cincinnati. Lamar is currently questionable. Again, this is bananas this time of year, especially with COVID. With that one, I think you go Andrews. You bring it back with Mixon and Chase, or Mixon and Higgins. That's what you're going to do later on in the week when it pops up. Detroit versus Falcons, garbage game, but Swift, Patterson, and Gage would be your top three options there. You could potentially go with Pitts. You could potentially go with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has been crushing it recently. I think that's a better play if Goff ends up playing. Jacksonville versus Jets, just don't do it. Like if you want to, yeah, go ahead. You can make a horrible life decision, but Robinson's the only guy that's really going to do great. If I'm throwing anyone else in, it's probably going to be Michael Carter, and my guess would be Crowder. Again, don't necessarily need to throw that one in. The one that we're for sure missing that you guys need to pay attention to later is Pittsburgh versus the Chiefs. If Hill or Kelsey end up playing, you throw in Hill or Kelsey, whichever one of them. If both of them end up playing, you can throw both of them in, bring it back with either Najee Harris or Deontay Johnson. Najee Harris and Deontay Johnson are the only two you want from the Steelers side, but the Chiefs, if both those guys are out, you can then go Hardman, then you can then go Robinson, you can then go Pringle, you can then go CEH. Any one of these are viable options. But assuming that Hill and Kelsey is out, my pick for this would be Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, and probably CEH. That's what I would go with. And the last one that's still not on the board is Washington going up against Dallas. Gibson may or may not end up playing. If Gibson plays, I think you throw him in. You for sure throw McLaurin in, and then either CeeDee Lamb or Amari Cooper. So you could even do Zeke. So different combinations would be McLaurin, CD and Zeke, or McLaurin, Cooper and Zeke, or Gibson, McLaurin, CD, or Gibson, McLaurin, and Zeke. Any one of those are fine. Washington this year has been very bad versus the pass. Cowboys can get it done in any single one of their guys. Like even Gallup can go off, Schultz can go off. But McLaurin and Gibson are the only two guys I want from the Washington football team. But that's pretty much it. That's been your fantasy challenge breakdown here for week 16. Again, I'm fairly certain that I'm in the top 3 right now. We'll see if I can make it to the top, take that $2,000. I'm sure if I end up winning, then they'll just give the RG season pass to the second place finisher. I don't know if they'll even give me the $2,000 if I end up winning. I don't know what it is. Chances are I'm probably not getting it. So I'm just doing this for fun. I'm doing this to help you out. But that's pretty much it. Again, sign up using promo code GRINDERS. Get a free 100% deposit bonus up to $100. You enter this contest. You do all the combinations I said. Chances are you probably get your money back, plus then some. You could end up with the $250 Monkey Knife $5 prize there. Even more money. That's just money making money. That's a good thing. But thanks for joining me. This is the last one. I hope you guys have been following me this whole time. Hope to see you up at the top. Hopefully you take the $2,000 down instead of me. I'm out of here. See you, kids.